The Ministry for Sanitation and Water Resources has collaborated with the Ghana Water Company Limited to inspect selected COVID-19 water tank facilities at Lante Mamli, Tea Gardens, Chimuna and Extra O, which are all suburbs of Choko in the Greater Accra region. The move was to enable the delegation access first-hand information on the facilities, as well as to familiarize with the processes leading to the distribution of free water to residents, as announced by President Nana Akufo-Addo. It forms part of the relief packages to Ghanaians in the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic.
When the President gave the order that water should be served for free and that tanker vehicles should also help augment the supply, we took it further and then we designed stands to put 10,000 liter tanks on them. Why? Because we want the turnaround time of the delivery to be quick. Because hitherto, either the tanker comes in, stays here till everybody collects and empties the tank before they leave. Now we can fill, go and fill another one and go and fill another one so many times in a day. And you know, when they pick the water, hitherto they were paying money, like 90 cedis, Ghana cedis for the small tanker cars, and then 120. It's all free. It's been absorbed by the government.
The coronavirus disease has claimed thousands of lives across the world. It has challenged governments to introduce pragmatic measures as relief to their citizens and to curb the spread. Briefing the media shortly after the tour of the facilities, Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Mrs. Cecilia Benadapa, commended residents of the various communities for their judicious use of water in this period. She urged the Assembly and opinion leaders to ensure fair distribution of the free water and ensure that it gets to all. She also urged the residents to practice social distancing protocols, frequently wash their hands, regularly apply hand sanitizer, and always put on their face mask, as it is the surest way to protect themselves from the deadly virus.
We commend His Excellency for this wonderful gesture towards Ghanaians, and I've just advised them not to waste the water, to make sure they control people to do social distancing, because we want to provide the water for life, to give them life. We don't want the water point to be a source of breeding of the COVID-19. So we'll entreat all of them humbly to make sure they do social distancing, because whatever water they need will be provided, but we want them to be alive, to enjoy the use of the water.
The Managing Director of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Engineer Dr. Clifford Brimer, hinted that the company is in the process of replacing some worn-out parts of some of the facilities. He said his men are also addressing water leakages in the mentioned areas and urged the public to report any challenges they might be facing to the authorities for appropriate action.
Once the President says they should get water, under normal circumstances, our pipes will be running. But we have technical issues in some of the areas, especially here. I'm sure the regional chief manager should have informed you. There's work taking place around Obechevi Lanti, and so some of the pipes will have to be relocated. And so there's a challenge here. So for us to be able to stop that gap, we need to provide these tankers for the meantime, whilst we give to the people, and then the work goes on. But for us, it's good. Now we can be able to estimate our customers. What it means is that if we put a standpipe here, tomorrow people will use the water. And so all we need to do is, if there's a pipeline somewhere here, then we have a permanent standpipe standing here.
The news team also spoke to some of the residents within the affected communities, and these are what they had to say.
As we've gathered here, some don't have. So we need, so they have to bring some more water, because right now there is shortage of water. So only this place, we have only one tank. So they have to bring at least 2 or 3, because we are many here. As you see, we are many. Some are even stealing others' buckets, gallons. It's helping, but we need more. They have to support. Some are selling, but right now, if you go to a place, some are having the water, but they want to sell it.